Well, Zuma's at it again, ladies and gentlemen. First he accuses, then he withdraws his accusations, then he gets an elephant, and then he accuses again. Wait. Hold on. Size of an elephant. What the hell am I talking about, you might be wondering. Well, before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, please leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, let's get into it.
Issues of vibrators.
To make sure that we leave no ten unstone.
Did I hear that correctly? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so Zuma and the MK party are saying that the elections that happened in 2024 for South Africa were rigged.
I demand a recount.
Now, you'll remember last week when they withdrew their urgent application against the IEC. Well, apparently they withdrew the application but the former statesman said over the weekend in KwaZulu-Natal, KZN, that the party has found evidence the size of an elephant to back its case. He said the only reason to withdraw the case was that the party discovered huge evidence and it required time for their lawyers to document it. One of the things that made us withdraw the case is that the evidence we have discovered amounts to the size of an elephant. It's huge. So what could this evidence be, and does it have anything to do with the Zuma Tea Party? I'm still suspicious of that, by the way. Or who knows, maybe there was an elephant that we didn't know about that destroyed a voting station and ballots went missing. I don't know, I'm just guessing here. Of course, I'm kidding. But according to MK, in some of their claims, the party had alleged that over 9.3 million votes were unaccounted for. Well, if that's true, then that could really alter the results of the elections. Meanwhile, the Democratic Alliance, DA, has also filed papers with the Electoral Court to oppose the MK party's request to have the 2024 national elections results declared invalid. Of course, the DA is going to oppose this. Although that is a little bit sus, right? I mean, if you've got nothing to hide, then why be worried about a recount or calling the elections invalid? I'm not trying to say that the DA was part of the rigging or anything like that. Not at all. I don't know. I don't know if the IEC rigged it. I mean, there's a lot of suspicious things that happened during these elections for sure. I'm not saying that there wasn't, but I'm also not saying that any party or organization is responsible, because we don't have all the facts. And depending what happens in court, I mean, if it does come out that elections were rigged, that's going to be a really, really big problem, because we have to do the elections all over again. And I don't know if people are going to come out and vote again. It was already difficult to get them to come vote in the first place. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think MK has a case here? Do you think the DA should fight against it? Should they not? Or is it a distraction? Let me know your thoughts. And while you're there, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
It's a one-of-a-kind listing in Russian Hill that drew a long line of prospective buyers last week.
My husband came in and said, "You've got to look out the window." And there was a line from the house all the way to the middle of the block right here.
This 1,100 square foot home at 30 Northview Court in San Francisco has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it's for sale for about $500,000. The listing posted on Zillow says the home is tenant occupied and to be sold as is. The buyer won't be able to move in until 2053. That's another 30 years.
The new owner would have to buy the house subject to a very long rental lease that is currently being offered to an individual.
According to the listing, the current tenant will continue to live there and pay the same amount of rent every month. The current tenant pays $417 a month for rent.
$400 something a month. That's got to be a family member, bro. It's got to be like a family member that they don't want to put out on the street or something, and they're just letting them live there. Has to be, because that don't make no sense. I was thinking about it too, because I have a couple questions, right? If somebody buys that house, would they have to buy it as a rental property or like a primary residence? Because that don't make a difference on, how you buy the house. But let's say you buy the house, right? I guess you'll have somebody paying a bit to your mortgage. But $400? Nah, listen, bro. I'm going to have to up that rent, my boy. or my girl, whoever's in the house, I got to up the rent because my mortgage is going to be, have you seen these interest rates? My mortgage is going to be kind of high. All right. I'm going to need at least about 1,000. At least about 1,000, my boy, please. I was thinking about something else too. I was like, this is like a weird form of squatting. Kinda. Like, yes, they're paying rent, but what if they stop paying rent? Can you kick them out? Can you kick them out? Or does it say in the contract that they must stay here no matter what? I don't know, bro. I would have to that would have to be put into everything. But hey, at least the sellers are being honest. At least they're putting it out there. And if you decide to sign that contract, to me, you're stupid. Because if I buy a house to move into, I'm moving in.